Okay. So what do we want to work on today is the fun thing.
That is a good question. Also, hello everybody. We are the Bindin crew.
We are the Bindins. Ba ba da ba 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 ba.
I used to call us the Bird and Wolf stream, and now I have no idea what to call us anymore. Life is just what we are. So I had a plan, and then I
Phoenix
made a
Wolf.
mistake, and then I had to go back.
Fair enough.
And I cannot get back to where I was because that was so far away. So
Oh,
unfortunately, I'm
that's.
gonna have to make rockets that either fly to an area to experiment
Mm-hmm.
or see what happens. By the way, on my
Okay.
little adventure I did to get back here, because what I did is I used the portal I have at the one nether fortress in order to get over here, or get over there,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to do a little exploration to see if I could find a specific thing. Found a specific thing, didn't have the materials I needed at the time, so I'm a little off about that because of that. Oh,
Okay.
and I got disconnected.
Oh. Oh, that's never a good sign. I'm pretty sure I can name all the miraculous holders, but I don't know if I can name all the Kwamis.
I don't. I can't name all the miraculous holders, unfortunately, because, like I said, there's a lot of characters, and
Okay.
I'm binging through the show, and not every character is the focus right away. Obviously,
Fair enough.
like
I
I
think
know
I'm
the
gonna look up the last answers because it's
you
like I
you
don't know if I could remember.
you do that.
So yeah.
Besides the
Let's
obvious,
see.
okay. Besides the obvious answer, or which is who's the worst, or who's the worst miraculous holders? Pretty obvious in that regard.
Pretty obvious on the first two.
Yes. Not counting them. Who
There's also a third one, but that one's not something I can talk about right now.
If you're talking about Argos, I know him.
Okay, I guess four technically. Actually, I guess I can talk about them. I just can't say who they are.
That's why I use code names.
So it's like,
Also,
yeah.
wow, I just found a
Because
Mesa
there's
village
also the
that.
fact in Time Tagger it's confirmed Hawkmoth's not the final
Hawkmoth.
Hawkmoth.
Yeah.
So it's like there's also that one.
Also, I'm pretty sure Give left the chat. My viewer count lowered. So I
It's
think we
very
could.
possible.
I think we're free to talk about things. She also would have said something by now.
Probably.
So I'm just going to say right now, Adrian should have aimed for the head.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
he's
not.
traumatized.
I'm not joking. He does. If he would have aimed for the
Him
head,
and
so many.
Marinette have been traumatized because of
Yes,
his
which means,
power.
hey, you know what that means? They're Disney protagonists.
Yeah.
Everybody gets some trauma. I'm stealing this wheat. We're gonna turn it into money. That's very neat.
What are we trading the wheat for?
We have farmers.
Yes, I am aware of the
And
farmers. I've
also
been
this
trading
village
with
I
them.
found is full of hay bales. So money.
Nice.
I didn't. That's why I was an idiot.
Because that's the thing. It's very clear that that all the burrows act as windows that the Rabbit Miraculous holder can look through. So all he had to do was look through the entirety of his past with Ladybug to a point where she de-transforms, and likewise with Cat Noir, and then exit the burrow in the present and be like, "Aha, you fools! I know your identities."
Yeah, speaking of that, I think it's
Like genuinely.
I think I need to bring up the fact that every time they revealed their identities to each other, it somehow caused the end of the world.
There is that too, yeah.
Which I think is honestly annoying, but I guess it proves that they can't truly be together until Monarch is dead.
Yeah. And hey, he's been cataclysmed, so he technically is dying. So
Yes,
it's
but
hard to say.
I do have a question though. If they would
What?
have removed the arm, would that have helped him, or would it have just been,
Right?
or would
Well,
it,
that's the thing. I don't know. Actually, you're right. Maybe. That's another way he might have been stupid.
I will say that reminds me of a
I
Ruby
know
character.
probably people would have. I think the point he was trying to make of why he didn't was he was trying to make it so that he didn't uh seem obvious. And it's like if he loses an arm, people are gonna ask, "What happened to your arm?"
Yeah, but he's also hiding his corruption. and already. So
Yeah,
that's not really being a selling point here.
into the multiverse.
Yeah, well, I feel like
It's like,
even
bro, there's so many ways Hawkmoth was stupid.
I feel like
Especially one of the moments he went back to in Evolution. It's like, bro, you have contact with your villains, and you watch Lady Wi-Fi in her first interaction with Ladybug not go for the miraculous, and you just then think, hey, maybe I should tell her the earrings
another
about the earrings. And it's like, nah.
another thing I should mention is the second chance episode.
True.
That was interesting as all hell.
I feel like that's the fun thing because it showed Ladybug's real power there. It's not that it gives her. It's not that it doesn't give her and in fact it doesn't give her the same item every time. It gives her the same item based on her chances of winning. So
Yes.
whenever he goes back in time and uses second chance, her odds of winning with a specific item change, and so it gives her a new item.
That actually also, I'd also like to, I'm going to go back a little bit again.
Making it so the only way you can counter second chance is with Ladybug's Miraculous. Because it's based on pure luck.
Yeah, but it also, she's the lucky one.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe.
Because it gave the heroes a chance to do stuff that they like, do stuff that the villains didn't do with their powers, but it's like they totally should have.
Creativity. It's a thing.
Yep.
Look it up. Nah, you don't need to do that, obviously. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not my favorite, but I did like the reaction that Hawkmoth had when he found out he akumatized a baby. I thought that was hilarious.
That was fun. Oh, another one I just thought of. Another thing I just thought of. If you think about it, and this is something I got thought of after rewatching a clip from Miraculous World Shanghai. There have only been 2 instances, or maybe 3 if you count Audie, the spaceship and whatnot.
The thing that just happened, yes. Or the thing I just saw happen earlier. I've been binge watching, like I've said.
Yeah, it's like either way. There have been like outside of her and whatnot, which I don't know if I count or not. There have been 2 instances overall in the entire series where Hawkmoth has lost control of an akumatized villain, and they didn't reject the Akuma. And there's Miraculous World Shanghai, where instant death for Hawkmoth. Which best reaction. Makes you think if he can create someone that powerful. He's the only one who's created someone powerful enough to actually defeat him. That's an amazing thing.
When your true enemy is yourself.
So it's like, yeah.
Oh
he's
yeah.
a robot.
Speaking of that, freaking good Hawkmoth is something I didn't know is something I didn't think I'd ever find on my bingo card.
True. I don't think Marinette expected to see him either.
Or, a bad version of herself that, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of that regard,
wonder if you. That's one of the things you got to be theorizing about now is who is the Supreme.
That is actually something I was thinking about. Yes, like
because
honestly, you know what my thought.
The top 3 candidates.
Actually, before you say it, can I say who my theory is?
Go ahead.
An evil version of Master Fu.
See, that is one of the top 3 candidates.
I thought so, but honestly, that is what I thought. That is honestly what I thought.
Another one is, of course, Lila.
No.
She's evil.
She sucks. Like, she is such a liar. She could shoot someone in the face, point blank, in front of a crowd.
Her motive is, though. Like, we have not seen her motive been revealed, so it's like,
Anarchy.
Yeah, fair. But there's also the fact of how Master Fu is being hunted down by someone who is seeking the miraculous. Another candidate, whoever was hunting him down for the miraculous. In that reality, they got their hands on the miraculous. It's
Another thing
like,
I
I
like
don't
about
know.
Paris is that we got to see Kwame's in a different form.
True. And it
That
does, and that's another thing that was revealed in Miraculous World Paris is technically speaking, that means only there's a like that makes you wonder how did he make it so that only he can summon Gimme with those miraculous? Like I feel like the only way to make it so that you can so that he could summon Gimme with the miraculous is to use Gimme, which brings the question of what price did he have to pay?
the price for there's a price for everything. There you are, you
Yep.
son of a bastard.
Which of course is the only reason Thanos is more powerful is because he doesn't have to worry about a price to pay except for like
Well,
health
he
issues,
does.
I guess.
Yeah, he still suffers the damage, which, technically speaking, if
Or
we're
the
talking about, hey,
MCU version, anyways. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like friggin' comic Thanos is a beast.
yeah.
Takes a, like
There's
we
other
have the
versions of
Pokemon
Thanos where it's like he does not take damage from the Infinity Stones. The MCU is the only one.
friggin' Black
Does
Bolt.
that just mean the MCU Thanos is the weakest Thanos?
Somewhat doubt. I would say some of the what if Thanoses are weaker.
Well, technically, the What If ones are variations of the MCU ones, so it's like is the horse one. Then it would have instantly closed the portal, and it's like snip, no more hand for Aquamoth.
No, that's the good thing. Do that. He loses his hand, and you get like half your guys
No,
back.
that's the thing. It's not that the character couldn't do it. I'm sure it would have been. Well, no, he's a teenager. It probably would have slightly traumatized him. If Cataclysming Hawkmoth traumatizes Cat Noir, cutting off his hand would definitely traumatize him.
Well, I don't doubt that, but at the same time,
But it's like,
hey, it's better
yeah,
than killing him.
we know that it's like, yeah, in the long run, cut off his hand. We don't care.
All
But it's like,
Marvel fans that have watched the show would immediately would say that. Cut off the hand.
yeah. See, that's the fun thing. It wasn't their first stupid moment after he got all the miraculous except for Ladybug and Cat Noir. Their first, I'd have to say, would probably be in Evolution. They had him completely immobilized, and their first thought was to not grab any of the other miraculous they could use to keep him immobilized. Like their first thought was Rabbit Miraculous, not to grab. But see now, and I'm not really saying that it was a stupid thing to not focus on the Rabbit Miraculous. It was the smart choice in my opinion.
Yeah,
But the smarter choice is instead of focusing on one miraculous, you're two people with 4 hands overall. You could grab at least 4 miraculous. I would have grabbed Rabbit. I would have grabbed B because then you could just immobilize them again.
Yeah.
I would have grabbed Dog in case because it's like you never know. What if he did do it? And I don't remember for certain right now, but it's like it's possible they saw him do that.
He did.
Like
He did
use the
try
Dog
to.
Miraculous.
He did do that actually to make sure to keep the rabbit with him, but then the whole
Yeah, but it failed because they used it against him. But it's like, and then of course I feel like the fourth one
my
probably
God.
would be Dragon for the
Mini.
sole reason of
Mini.
then he can't escape using it.
Mini.
What?
There's another sponge room.
Let's go.
This makes up for it,
But
doesn't
it's
it?
like, yeah, 2 people with 4 hands, and your thought is to grab 1 miraculous. It's like, I understand it's the most dangerous one. It's the one you want to get off of him, but it's like, you could have grabbed more and gotten all of them back, including the butterfly, potentially.
Honestly, rip off the butterfly and you know who he is. He has no chance at he loses then.
True. It's like, yeah, if you it's like, even if you take only 2 miraculous, butterfly and rabbit.
Also, just
it makes sense. Yes, get the rabbit miraculous off of him.
also I just
but
think
it's
Noru
like,
needs a break. Like
mm,
I think he just needs a break, or he/she, I don't know, just needs a break. Let them rest.
But it's like, no, their immediate thought is get the rabbit miraculous, which, yes, I understand, but it's like, the smart thing would have been, again, to grab multiple, because by taking the rabbit miraculous off, as we saw, it had less Kwame's draining his energy at a time, so it made it so he was able to get back up and get the miraculous back.
So many things need.
It's like,
So,
bro.
yeah, they really. Like I get why. Like obviously they need to make a whole
It makes
season.
sense that they grabbed the Rabbit Miraculous, but it's like, bro, you should have grabbed more than just the Rabbit
All right,
Miraculous.
Minnie. Including the sponges I have had with me, I have a grand total of 70 sponges.
Nice.
I don't know if you still have yours. I'm going to guess you do, but
Probably.
at the very minimum, this gives us at least each over 30 sponges to work with. That temple's going
I
down.
think I have my sponges in my ender chest. I'd have to check.
All right, I'm going home.